Hello everybody, it is Christine. It is time for a scrapbook process video, and I'm combining two things, and I'm doing that because one of them is the Follow a Sketch February. Sorry, I'm actually rotating the sketch on my iPad as we speak. Follow Sketch February, and the other is the 52 photo week or whatever, 52 photos, 52 weeks of 52 photos. And so what I've got, let me show you the sketch. So the sketch is this. It's a 2-pager. I'm not going to do 2 pages. So ignore this page. Oops, this one here. So I have rotated the sketch, by the way, because it's normally like this. I rotated it, and I'm going to ignore this one. So I'm dealing with this, I think, is where I'm at. And then the other thing is, it's not going to be exactly like that, because I guess I'm almost even kind of flipping it. So the photo I have, or photos, technically I have 2. I'm going to see if I use 2. And the reason is I took pictures. My husband, I've told you guys, we have these dogs. He's not a dog person. Like, he doesn't hate them or anything like that. He didn't grow up with pets. So for him, pets are like, they're cute and all, but I'm not going to lie. He's very OCD. Like, he likes things neat and orderly. And if you have small children or pets, that's just not the way life is sometimes. But I will say, he is so cute. He was petting on Birdie and Flinty here. He had laid down on the floor with them and was just petting them. And I thought, that is so sweet. So I took these pictures. We'll see which one I use. This one you can see more of my husband and Flint's looking, but then this is cute too. So I'm not really sure which one yet, or both, whatever. But that's the photos I'm working with. And then I'm in the process of kind of setting up my trays over here so I can finalize that video. And this collection has been hanging out in there. This is a 2012. This is back when Scrapbooks were kind of in style, although I don't know why this is so big. But anyway, I got this collection. It's a Simple Stories. It's Snap collection. There's all these little like cut apart things like this. But it had this sheet here, and I was looking at it, and I thought, this kind of looks a little like the sketch. If I'm not, so let me show you what I mean by that. So, and this might be an interesting little, I don't know, lesson in a way or whatever. But you see the sketch here, we've got these things coming up. We have the photo here. There's a banner coming here, and there's this little side piece here. And so what I have is these things coming up. We kind of have a side piece here. There's obviously this middle piece, which isn't shown. This right here kind of sits where that photo's kind of sitting. And then there's, there could be something up here. So my thinking was, I will use this. And like I said, I may put the photo up here, almost where the banner might be, something along those lines. And then I'll also thinking, since I've got multiples of these, I may cut this and then lay it over the top of this to give it like a 3-dimensional look. So that's kind of where I'm at. So let me mess with this, and I'll be back on in a second. Okay, so I decided, I've already cut the one piece apart, but I decided I wanted to go ahead and ink the edges of this with this little brush here to give a little shadow. I should have maybe chosen a little darker ink because it's a little hard to see. I chose tea dye because I was afraid I didn't want to go too dark. And then I'm looking at it going, it shows up really fine on the little notebook paper color, but not as much on the brown. So, but at the same time, I think it looks kind of cute. I am wondering if you guys can see at the end of this layout. I think I can see it, to see if this even resembles the sketch at all. I think it does. I mean, again, after I showed you that I had rotated it and flipped it and stuff like that, I think you can see the sketch. But I'm not going to lie. If you just look at the sketch and you look at this, you may think, well, how in the world is that sketch? But I still think it turns out really cool, actually. And I used a couple pieces of paper that had been hanging out for quite a little while. Okay, so I've decided this is going to go on top of the left-hand side there, and I'm going to take my fun foam here. It's essentially a small sheet. I think it's, I don't know, 5x7 size or something like that. Maybe 8x6, I think, or 8x6, I think, maybe. I don't know, whatever the size is I get. And I'm going to put the fun foam behind it, and then I will put it on top, and it's just offering a little 3D look, to that side there. And this doesn't take me too long because, of course, obviously you can see I use really big sheets of fun foam here. In the end, I don't actually end up embellishing this just too much. I mean, you'll see in just a second, I'll start doing some more stuff here. There's actually a lot of good little elements that can be fussy cut. There's like speech bubbles and things like that, which I will actually fussy cut a speech bubble. Now, see, you can see that's a duplicate, but now I've got a little shadow there because it's up on that foam. So that's going to look kind of neat. Now, I will say, so the sketch called for the photo, if you flip it and rotate it and all that kind of stuff, theoretically would have been in the lower right corner down there. But I changed my mind about that. I'm going to cut these apart. I'm going to go ahead and use both photos, because they're cute. I took them, you know, it's fine. I've got them separated here, and I was kind of thinking to myself, I'll put it in the upper right, kind of where the like fishtail banner looking thing on the sketch was. And I went back and forth, and I thought, well, I'll use some little pattern papers here. Maybe I'll just layer them. I'll go back and forth. I wasn't going to mat the photos initially. And I'm kind of fussing with this. And I then think, well, do I want it up there? And then I'm going to actually change my mind, you guys. It's not going to go up there. I'm going to pull those photos and put them in the lower left corner. And I've gone ahead and matted them on white cardstock. I actually even thought initially about maybe using those layers of pattern paper under them down there, and just couldn't make any of that work, so I changed my mind. So I've got white cardstock, and it's going to lay on top of this little notebook paper looking thing. And so it looks kind of like, well, I don't know. Like I said, you'd have to kind of look hard to see if the sketch is in here, but it kind of is, right? I've still got the little side piece. I got the little banners coming up from the bottom. And then here's a little piece I did fussy cut out of one of the sheets. They're out of the little cut aparts there. It's a little notebook thing. And I'm going to put a little journaling on there. It's got a little faux piece of washi tape. And now I'm thinking, okay, I need a title. And actually, to be honest with you, I'm going to end up calling it the title that's on that little red speech bubble that I put over the photos. But I thought, oh, I'll use this word February. Now, I hope I don't kick myself later, although I've already used May, so maybe it's okay. I mean, this is one of those things you could actually do like a 12-month thing. I just haven't ever done it. I don't know why I didn't. I think it's a neat little set, but I thought initially to put it down here on the bottom over the camera, but then if I try to go too high, it was covering up the snap, and so I thought, well, I'll go a little lower so I could not cover up snap, and then it was just kind of really dark on top of the camera, and I'm like, I don't love that either. So I'm going to pull it up and put it on top of the notebook paper bubble up there in the top up there. And I think that looks really cute, actually. Kind of, again, gives me that feel of that little fishtail banner coming off from the side there. And then we'll find another little sticker that says something like real life, I think, or something that has a little piece of faux washi tape. Do I do that yet? I'm not certain. I think I do. It goes underneath February. If I haven't done it yet, I'll do it in just a second. And honestly, after that, I'll do one more sticker, I think. Hold on, let me find that. There it is. It's going to go right there, and I think that looks cute. It kind of fills in that little bit there. I will journal underneath all that, by the way. It'll just say, well, I'll read it to you. Hang on. It says, Greg was so cute laying down on the floor to pet the dogs. He really tries to love on them. And I'm going to put that on that little speech bubble. I decided to go ahead and get some enamel dots. These are kind of, some of them are translucent, and just kind of sprinkle those around. Again, I don't actually end up embellishing this a lot. Sometimes when the papers have a lot of stuff printed on them, well, not sometimes, many times, I won't actually add too much extra stuff. I do have a little sticker, a little round sticker. It says reality check in the lower right of the photo, because it did have a little round element on the sketch. And I thought, well, I'll just go ahead and put that one there. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that it's like really connected to the photos, but kind of. I mean, it's not like it contradicts the photos, or it doesn't hurt the photos, I guess, in a way. So, but I'm going to add these little pieces here kind of around the page. And honestly, after I do the journaling, that's going to be basically it. Again, I'm kind of curious. You guys comment. If I showed you the sketch in the beginning, I'll have a link below too of other playlists. I should put the link to the Facebook group. I keep forgetting to do that. I should put the Facebook group. It's Scrapping Reflections, and she has all the sketches in an album there. And I'm curious if you can see that sketch in my layout, if you rotate it and flip it and all the things. So here is the layout, you guys. I'm going to slow it down here so you can kind of see. There's my little pieces. Most of that's printed on there, so I didn't have to do a lot of work, which is kind of good because I'm getting to the end of the month here, and I need to prep for 30 days of sketches, you guys. That's going to be next month. So thank you so much for watching. Make sure you check out the playlist. There's tons and tons and tons of people playing along. A lot of us are combining hops, by the way, too. This is the 52-week one, too. So make sure you check out those folks playing along, and we will see you next time. Bye.